Hello everyone, this is Bhuvaneshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce CA, K.S.Rangasamy College of Arts and Science, Autonomous. Today we are going to discuss about an overview of e-banking. Let us move on the topic. So, what is banking? A bank is a financial institution licensed to receive deposits and make loans. Here financial institution means that every company is dealing with monetary and non-monetary activities. But here financial institution means the banking related activities such as investment, deposits and currency exchange, etc. Next is banking definition. This definition is given by RBI according to Banking Regulation Act in the year 1949. Banking means accepting the deposits from the general public to repayable on demand or otherwise by withdrawable by check, draft or otherwise to needy persons. So the concept is e-banking. E-banking is abbreviated that electronic banking, as we all know that, which refers to all the forms of e-banking services and transactions performed through electronic, which is known as e-banking. E-banking is a wider concept, and the various forms of banking like internet banking, mobile banking, telebanking, and also e-banking is also known as, we have tell that virtual banking. And e-banking is allow every individual, institution and business holders to access their business transactions or obtain information through this internet banking. Next, evolution of e-banking, which is nothing. Evaluation means it is a gradual development of e-banking. E-banking, which came to being in the year 1920 in UK and USA. But it is introduced in the year 1920, but it was famous in the year 1980s, in the mid 1960 to 1980s. The concept of web-based banking came into existence, which means it is famous in the year 1980s to 1980s in Europe. An example, which means Europe country is the first country to test the e-banking system, e-banking services. It is one among the Europe country test the e-banking services to their customers to send the salary to their bank account. It is a great success. It has a great success. In India, in the year 1997, ICICI was the first bank to launch the internet banking services. At present, we are enjoying more e-banking services like GPay, Phone Pay, Mobile Pay, etc. It is e-banking advantages. The e-banking advantages I have classified 3 ways. First, bank, next customer and the business. First of all, when the introduction of the e-banking, what are the advantages are available in the banking business? First one is, it is reduced human error. Yes, of course, it is the banking business, all the banking activities all are done at present. It is a systematic. So it has reduced the human errors, lesser transaction cost and paperwork. Yes, with the advent of e-banking, the banking business nowadays, all the activities are done through digitally, so there is no paperwork. And the next is more loyal customer. The e-banking services offered by every bank, so it has gained more customer satisfaction, which leads to create a more loyal customer. And to the customer, what are the advantages of e-banking to the customer? First one is 24/7. As we all know that 24/7 means all day and all the working days. We have used the banking services. And second one is no geographical barriers. Here, with the use of e-banking services, as a customer, we need not to go to the banking activities physically. And next one is less risk and greater security. There is no risk, because in our olden period we have to maintain large number of cashes with our hand, but with the invent of e-banking, it is a less risk and great security. And next one is to the business. First one is every business holder or every business in small business or in a long term, every business can review their account whenever they need, and it has a less error. Yes, already we have seen that e-banking, with the invent of e-banking services, it has a lesser errors, and also it is reduce the frauds. Next one is e-banking disadvantages. First one is initial outlay, which means a startup cost, because all the banking transactions are done through digitally or systematically with the help of internet, computers and system, modem, likewise we need. So we have to starting the e-banking means it is a high cost. Next, cost of training and maintenance. It is also a lead a high cost, because already we have seen that it has initial outlay, so that it has a training and maintenance cost as high. Security threats means stealing the data, which means steal the data inside and outside the outside the premises. Inside means the banking employers, the bank employers, and outside means by hackers. Say for example, nowadays security threats are available in various modes like phishing, spyware, adware, trojans, etc. And finally, there is a limited scope of services. In e-banking, there is a huge advantages are available, as well as disadvantages are also available. That is, there is a limited scope, which means there is no personal contact between the banker and the customer, and also if we need a cash, we have to go to the bank or branch or ATM. Next is various forms of e-banking. The e-banking is broadly classified into two types. One is EFT and another one is ECS. ECS is abbreviated that electronic clearing services, which means it is a mode of fund transfer from one bank account to another bank account by using the services of clearing house. Which means the clearing house means the ECS function is only applicable the services by bulk payment or bulk collections. It has a large number of beneficiaries, and further ECS is broadly classified into two types. One is ECS credit and another one is ECS debit. Here ECS credit means bulk transfer from one bank account to many accounts. Say for example, we are paying the salary, we are paying scholarship. That is the example of ECS credit. And ECS debit means collection of amount from many account to one account. Say for example, collecting electronic EB bill, and you are paying the fees. So these are the example of ECS debit. And next one is EFT. EFT is abbreviated that electronic fund transfer. First of all, what is the difference between ECS and EFT? ECS means electronically fund transfer to one bank account to many account, or one bank account to receive the many bank account. But here EFT means transfer the money from one bank account to only one at the time of at one time by electronically. Here we have see that various mode of fund transfer. It is further classified into four types. First one is NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, UPI. As we know that these are the four updated payment services. So we are today here we have see that what is the difference between NEFT and RTGS and IMPS and UPI. First, NEFT and RTGS. So NEFT is expanded that National Electronical Fund Transfer, whereas RTGS is real-time gross settlement, and NEFT is NEST is introduced in the year 2005 by RBI, whereas RTGS is 2004. The method of NEFT, that means the payment time is half an hour batches, because NEFT can function only half an hour batches wise, whereas RTGS is real time. If you pay the if you send the money to one account, means it is send it to the another account in a real time basis. and NEFT minimum rupees is rupees 1 is minimum amount, whereas RTGS is rupees 2 lakh, up to 2 lakh. Next is maximum limit is, there is no limit for NEFT and RTGS. And credit time, NEFT, the credit time is within 2 hours, because now already see that NEFT is taken by the hour batches, so it has 2 hours to payment time, taken the payment time, whereas RTGS is immediate. The timing is, RBI has recently raised in the year 2020, only changing the timing 24/7 the hour. So that is the timing is all the time, all the days we have uses the NEFT services, whereas RTGS is the weekend, that is Monday to Friday 9 AM to 4:30 PM, and Saturday is a half day working, that is 9 AM to 2 PM. We have utilized the RTGS services, and payment mode is both online and offline, because we have to if you go into the bank means that place also you can utilize the NEFT and RTGS services. And the charges applicable for NEFT is minimum to 2 rupees 50 paise to 25 rupees plus applicable GST, and RTGS is maximum rupees 49.50 plus applicable GST. Next, IMPS versus UPI. IMPS is expanded that immediate payment services, whereas UPI is unified payment interface, which was introduced in the year 2010, here 2016 by NPCI, which is abbreviated that National Payment Corporation of India. These institutions was introduced in IMPS and UPI services. The credit limit is instant. Both the services IMPS and UPI, we have to utilize the credit time is instant, and the limit per day we have to send the money by using the IMPS services is rupees 5 lakh and UPI is 1 lakh. And what are the technology needed is internet banking or sender app we have need, but whereas UPI is any UPI bank. And the nature of IMPS is only we have to send the money, we need not to request, but whereas UPI services we have send the money, request and payment also available. And there is a transaction limit, there is no limit, because IMPS there is no up limit, day limit there is no, but whereas UPI is per day there is a maximum 10 transaction is minimum. Thank you. Hope you all understand what is e-banking, what is the advantages and disadvantages of e-banking, and what are the various forms of e-banking. In the next class we will see the next topic. Thank you.